Hello everybody and welcome back after all to the 4-digit World Cup 2026 as we are live again for the first time in this weekend, and we are live with incredible matches to far as we are of course going to be doing a double stream. There is main channel stream happening with a match of again incredible France versus Malaysia. Incredible stuff to watch as well, especially as it is going to be restreamed to the also France channel if you are interested in that. But we are gathered at this one for one specific reason: a match between two again kind of a powerhouse, kind of a dark horses of this tournament, Australia versus Finland. Incredible matchup, and we are here to witness it. Who will be covering this match? Of course, it will be me today, A Tommy1, unfortunately alone in this Casas booth, but at least maybe that way my brain will not be distracting you from actually witnessing some incredible scores that I'm sure teams are going to be preparing for us to watch and witness. And well, what can I say? What can I say? Incredible against two incredible just teams to watch live, and even after unfortunate accidents that were happening, for example, in the round of 16 for Australia, where they unfortunately, at least in my opinion, a little bit underperformed and were kicked out into the losers bracket by Taiwan 6-0. They still can pack quite a punch when it comes to some of their specific skill sets, right? And Finland, with again a lot of specifications, they are going to be the one to answer the call as after they were able to win their first match in the losers bracket against Saudi Arabia 6-3. But well, now it is finally, I guess, one of the big challenges for both the teams, right? And as we are going to be seeing now, roles are only starting out, so I guess we can put at least some prediction on what on which bands we are going to be seeing today, right? Because I feel like that is not really something completely obvious, right? Australia, I'm pretty sure they are not going to be feeling great on the hard rocks facing off against Finland, right? They just such incredible powerhouse. Their best scores in the qualifiers were on those hard rocks, especially precision type of stuff, right? So hard rock 2, hard rock 1, I'm pretty sure should be just blown away. Maybe even harder 3 actually, because well, I would say that old skill set is not exactly something that Australia is feeling completely confident on, right? I feel like they are not completely consistent to pull out incredible team score time after time, but for now it seems like we are going to be seeing a different map at all. DT2 being banned, I believe, by Finland, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it was by Finland, but that is honestly quite expected, right? Again, Australia, they have some specifications, and speed tapping skill set is what they are known for, so the DD2 ban just makes sense. I will be expecting honestly something along the way of D3 or number 2 ban right after as the second one from Finland, but what are we going to be seeing from Australia? That's a bit of a question, right? Again, hard rock, one of the hard rocks should be just let go from this pool, right, from this match. But which one and what is going to be the second one is a bit more of a trickier question, right? Again, I will be reiterating a little bit because Australia is a bit underperformed, right, in the round of 16. They showed some weaknesses on skill sets that we were not really expecting, right? And with a ban of Freeman 2, that will be appearing even more so, it seems like, right? Especially so with DT3 as well. Wow! So we are not going to be seeing any of the actual like stamina picks played in this match today. It seems like Australia is just not feeling confident on their own skill set, so that is definitely going to be spicing up the match at least a little bit more, and especially going to be posing the question of what Finland might want to remove next, right? And it seems like AIM is what they are not going to be looking up to. DT1 is off the table, the only DT left right after bans is DT4, and that is something that I did not expect, honestly, in this ban phase, especially when we still have such incredible maps in both HD and HR pool. But well, at the very least, that means that we are going to be seeing some very contested picks just in a few moments. But yeah, for now, the question, I'm not sure. I believe yes, Australia will be the first one to pick them up, right? To try to get the foot in the door to get another advantage over Finland. But honestly, I'm not even sure what they really want to go for in this situation, right? Especially as Finland did go for WDT's ban, especially when we are still going to be seeing some stuff like Hidden 2, Nomad 5, even Nomad 4, I would even consider, right? A bit more of a I would consider those maps at least a little bit more advantageous towards the Australia team, simply because they did perform decently well on this type of reading, and combined with just general a bit of an awkward nature, they should be feeling nice, good enough at least on this type of stuff. So yeah, definitely something to consider. But well, Haddock 1 seems to be the choice for them, and I cannot say that it's something that I had in my books. Haddock 1 as a first pick from Australia against Finland of all countries is just seeming like an insanity, honestly, but it is what we are seeing on the screen. Haddock 1 running in my head is before us, and again, this one is a bit more of a, I would consider it a bit more of a stable, right? A bit more of a comfortable aim map, right? It is pretty much the only examples that we are going to be seeing in this pool, right? Where we can just going to be seeing big, just white, normal type of aim, right? Something that you can see on any kind of farm map that you might want to gather some PPs for your accounts for. But yeah, definitely a bit of an eye-opener, right? If Australia is going to be able to pick up a point here, the only trouble is that, well, there is good sides, right? Where they will be feeling just a little bit more confident going into some of those more aiming picks, right? Against Finland, especially considering that overall I feel like Finland is just a bit more consistent on them, at least supposed to be. And that is pretty much indicated by the DT1 ban from Australia as well, but from Finland, apologies, as well. But even if they are going to be picking up this point, except for the actual confidence and the first, well, like a great start of the match, it's not going to be opening up much roads to go towards in the future, right? Because there's not a lot of maps that are going to be similar, I guess, to the Hardrock 1, and unfortunately for them, that is going to be trouble, because you have to pick up quite a lot of points in this quarterfinal stage also for the VC. But well, we are finally going to be live. Finally, the first map is going to be starting just in a few moments, hopefully, as we are seeing the rosters coming in from both the sides. Oslash, Tam, Andy, Arbuzan, and Haley coming on from Australia, pretty much the expected one. Facing off against Yumi, Savilji, Nemq, and Evert actually from Finland, which is honestly, I feel like there is at least one surprising face from that I would not expect coming in from Finland, but well, they are going to be still the ones representing them as we are finally loading into the first map, finally showdown of this match, and well, pretty much a starter. The first point will be one way or another important just purely for the confidence, even if realistically it's not going to be affecting that much stuff, considering that Hard Rock 1 is going to be a bit more of a normal type of map, and because it is normal, somehow it is kind of facing out in this pool, right? It's something that you are not going to be seeing a lot of, and that is why it is so specific. And this first two misses actually coming in from Finland, it seems like strategy for Australia is working out on the Hard Rock 1. At least some of that early advantage will be coming quite soon towards the side, especially as you're going to be seeing one more miss from Nemq, only finally getting a trade-off in the face of Haley, but still 3 FCs, even with some unfortunate accuracy drops, they are going to be huge in the long run as long as they're going to be able to just hold them down. Haley finding another break, unfortunately, but still not going to be affecting things too much, as we are still going to be seeing some of the first burst stream patterns of the Hard Rock 1 aim patterns right after, but the misses are just not coming in, and Australia will be picking up the score advantage little by little. It is growing, but just not enough for comfort, not enough at all. But we are only in the first quarter, but just a miss is something that is not what you want to see if you are a Team Australia supporter, but unfortunately for them, Yumi and Nemkyu will be just trading it off fully. Ivars, the only lasting FC from Finland, is also going down. One only combo remaining from the side in the face of Savilju, but well, there is still two more to go over in the face of Heli, who had some kind of a recovery, at this one at the very least, and still one FC from Australia in the face of Arbusion. The score advantage is finally going to be climbing a little bit faster, right? Already getting towards 80, now 90k in just a few seconds, but well, it is still only halfway through. We are getting into the second stream part, falling closely behind by the actual aim buttons. Slash will not be able to hold down the gas pedal enough, getting just a bump after bump on this ride, but that is still not going to be enough. That is not the combos that Finland wants to see being broken, as Arbushin is still going through, just flying through the map with no trouble at all, while Savilji is again just trying his best to catch up, but it is not enough. Even with Yumi right beside him, Haley and Andy are covering Australia team good enough. Is already expanding the score lead towards the almost 200k and counting. Haley finally going down, but it does not seem likely enough for Team Finland to get some score advantage back towards the side. If we are not going to be seeing some breaks right in this moment. Bushon finally finding the break, going down together with Loswash, and the only combo I can from the side is Dump Andy, but Savilju is also being traded out. So it is pretty much 1-1 Yumi versus Dump Andy with some recovery combo from Ivar, but that is not going to be enough to get the score advantage back towards their side, at least for now. But what? A double sudden break on this just one small section. Dump Andy and Ivar going down. The combo has been reset, and that 180k score difference is making the magic here. It is enough to bring down the Australia so far in deciding lead. Finland now needs to finally lock in, get a lot of combo going if they want to a chance to get a first point of this bound towards the side, but it seems like that is not going to be the case. More misses, more mistakes are coming through, but well, it seems like that strategy, the starting one, is working out for Australia, as we are just going to be seeing a lot of trades back and forth. The score advantage is actually going down quite a bit, especially with the triple, quadruple means coming in from Australia. Combo reset has happened, and now Savilju, because with Yumu, is still holding down that combo. It might just be barely now 70k difference between the two, but is there going to be enough time? No! Savilju, even with finding another miss right at the end, it was not enough. Australia will be picking up the first point of this bout and will be getting into some of the nice spot, at least for the start. Well, at the very least, again, even if they are going to be picking up this point, it will not be opening up much directions for Australia, and that is something that Finland has to keep in their mind if they want to keep that mental going, right? Point is already lost, but you can always bring it back. There is still a long way to go towards winning of this match, and well, they definitely have time and maps to get through. So yeah, definitely a great opener, great start. Question is how they are going to be transitioning it into the second point on board, especially as it is now time to pick for the Team Finland, and I'm kind of interested to see what we are going to be actually witnessing right at this point, right? Hard Rock is supposed to be a bit more of a map that Finland should be generally taking advantage on, right? Hard Rock 2 is still in the place. It's something that's available to get to, right, for Finland. But maybe they want to go towards something a bit more coin flippy, and it seems like no mod 4, the strange war, is in the play exactly for that. Wow, okay, that's one way or another, it's a bit more of a braver pick than I expected, right? Strange bars that just, if you saw the map, be that on the in the actual solo play or during the showcase, you know, it is not really going to be a conventional Nomad 4 at all, right? I would even consider it a bit of a replacement for the skill set right here, especially simply because of the rhythm requirements that we are going to be seeing on this map, right? Honestly, if I'm going to be like completely frank, I feel like anything above 93% on this map is already incredible, right? You actively have to understand and get through the patterns, feeling confident enough to not slip out on your fingers to get a great score here, which will be equalizing people even if they are going to be having some trouble with skipping the combo. But yeah, in the meantime, we do have to figure out a little bit of stuff, right? There is some troubles. I'm not sure with a bunch or what, but it's still going to be good enough for now to hopefully we will be fast enough to get towards the actual start of this map, right? Because honestly, this is not really a map that you want to miss. It can be really cool simply because I'm not sure we are going to be seeing some incredibly big scores, right, on this map. It will be quite hard to produce, not in the Scorpio 2 environment, but, well, everything is possible, right? So going to be fun to watch, especially when what the accuracies are going to be, what the accuracies are generally going to be from both the sides, right? It will be, I believe, even a bigger, I would say, matter, right? Even a bigger challenge to consider while they are in the moment. But yeah, okay. It seems like I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to deal with the technical difficulties soon and not keep most of them up. But it is how it is, you know. Sometimes you just have to kind of suffer through it. Bunch or just generally technical stuff just sometimes being a bit unkind, let's put it that way, towards our broadcast team, but it will be fine, hopefully. At the very least, the music is banger, right? Gotta enjoy what you can in the situation, and well, at the very least, this track will be keeping the energy high up for this translation. I'm not even sure. Goddamn, I'm so okay. No mind that. But yeah, seems like we do have even more troubles than expected. I'm still not sure what is the original trouble, right, that we are having. It seems like we are going to be back in just a moment. Only a quarter, not even a quarter, yeah, pretty much only a quarter through the map, so we are still pretty much in the heat of things as an eye of the storm, as we are seeing that, well, accuracies are pretty much nice enough from both the sides, at least for the start, as the score difference is pretty much stagnating in the middle, slightly moving towards the team of Finland, but any break, any miss is just covering that up so much. Any accuracy drops will be just bringing it back and forth, especially as we're going to be seeing even more combo breaks coming in from Ewart. And well, it does not matter enough still, because the misses are actually just non-existent, it seems like, in this map. It does not matter, your accuracy is what is keeping that core alive, as it is just fluctuating back and forth. But what I have to give a shout out, incredible stuff so far from Team Finland on the accuracy department specifically. 97 to 96s and one near 96 from Ewart is just pretty much good enough, at least for at this point, to hold their own, to not let the score difference be just exploding towards one of the sides, especially for the Team Australia. But well, the combo is now might be dealing even more troubles for them, as we are still seeing 3 FCs from the side of Australia, even with some unfortunate accuracy drops coming in from the fourth player of them. Our version is just not able to get any foundations to stand on. But oh, yeah, seems like we are still a bit troubled. It seems like bench is not really working out, at least for now. It is how it is. But hey, we have seen that it is still quite it was quite a great spot for Australia to be in, right? Just incredibly sitting in it's still 3 FCs, only being held back a little bit by the lower accuracy of the fourth Finland player on this type of map, but it was still good enough to keep that advantage towards the side and even growing it bit by bit as more and more misses were coming in from the other side. But yeah, it seems like we have some slight information coming in. It seems like some internet connection, right? It is not working out great for us. Not connection for the streamers. They are feeling great. That is the reason why you are still going to be seeing seeing the stream, right, live and running. But yeah, it seems like we are just not really in the great continental department. But hey, at the very least we have the result. Let's go! Australia is picking up the second point and a first break point of this match against Finland, getting out that strange map out of the way and getting an actual now considerable lead, how would you even say, against Finland, right? 2 points is something that is pretty much ideal, especially as they are going to be the next team to decide what map to go for next. And honestly, I feel like, especially with just the general confidence that they are having right now, right? The general consistency that we have seen on the Nomad 4, halfway through the map, almost 2/3, still having 3 assists, I believe, on board. It will be pretty fun to watch what they are going to be going for next, and it seems like we are still back into the deck department. 3mod4 is on the table. Inceptionism is going to be quite a fun one, right? Again, it is not something that that is niche, right? It is a map that has been played before. It has been played quite a lot, I would even say, actually, right? But not really often into the 3mod4, right? So usually it is something closer to the Nomad 4, but I guess this time around, this just ability to pick a mod of your comfort is going to be a little bit of a spice to get through and to enjoy as you're going to be watching this this match, right? Note for 3mod4 is going to be at least just fun, right? If you have seen the showcase, it's a lot of slider aim to get through, a lot of just general troubles. With I don't know, I'm not even sure. It is just something that I'm going to be really interested to see if there is going to be some unconventional mod combinations here, right? Be that hidden hard rock, for example, right? Or even easy. It's all going to be fun, right? One way or another, especially as well. I'm not sure what will be the easiest to go for right here. Something like easy or hard rock. Simply because the increased CS and the general, I guess, difficulty increase that you are going to be having this hard rock is a bit hard to get through if you are not someone who is extremely familiar one way or another with the mod, right? If you are not a specialist. But easy is kind of the same to you, right? So it will be, I'll just say that it will be really fun to see at some point an easy on the 3mod4 in any of the matches of this for the final stage. But yeah, and definitely something to look out for in the future, as we are still kind of sitting in a limbo, I'm pretty sure. Still some technical difficulties. Hopefully they will be resolved soon, as it seems like we are kind of back. Hopefully, at the very least, the scoreboard has appeared, and I'm looking forward to see what are going to be the performances here again, right? Because both rosters from both the sides are going to be just able to produce some of the great scores here. Be that because they are familiar with the map, or because the general feeling, right, of this map, the way that it is going to be played out. It should be something that is just possible to get through nicely, right? It is kind of on the edge, I believe, when it comes to the maps in this tournament, where we can see some actually incredible team scores, right? Mostly because of the free mods here, right? Because there is some again, modifications like hard rock, which are going to be making stuff incredibly harder than without it, of course, right, than normal. But again, with some just one more specialist, it might just be doable to get some incredible team scores going. But yeah, hopefully we are going to be loading into the map soon enough, as we do see that some roles are happening in the chat as well. Kind of crazy, but yeah, nothing too high at the very least for now. Okay, do we have any prediction who is going to be winning this Remote 4? I'm not sure. I'm going to be real, right? Because generally I feel like Tech is supposed to be, at the release on the paper, a little bit more advantageous towards the Team Australia. Maybe it is a bit more of a hot take than it should be, right? Because of some of those performances in the round 16 or group stage. But I still feel like they have a lot of potential to pull out great scores, especially when the skill ceiling is getting a bit higher, right? When some of those carries are going to be more important than not. And well, that is kind of the map to go for here, as we are seeing the rosters and we are finally loading into the free mode 4. Let's go! Adam, Andy, Arbushan and Super 9 Poyuto are going to be facing off against Nemkyu, Ivert, Savilji and Yimi from the team of Finland. Let's see how we are going to be seeing now, especially as I'm pretty sure that the modification spread is pretty normal, right? 1 hard rock, 2 HDs, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, it seems like we are going to be seeing 2 hard rocks on the side of Finland and only 1 HD in the form of Savilju from them, while Australia is still holding down to 1 hard rock and 2 HDs from their side. But oh wow, that is going to be really fun to see, that's for sure, especially as normal players are still pacing off and we are building up towards the first guy section of this map, and Nemkyu will be the first one to fight the brakes. There is no people getting caught off guard from the first slider, but their version is not able to keep that going for long. Dump Andy falling closely behind, finally being traded by Savilju, the only HD player from the side of Finland. But hey, hard rocks are just going through it, no problem at all. Even Nemkyu going strong. Yimi will be dropping down their combo as well on the no mode, but that is still not going to be enough to make a lot of difference, because Dumb Andy and Super Nai are following closely behind. The only FC still standing from Australia is Poyuto, and he is facing off against an HD player, actually from the side of Finland, Savilji. It seems like the miss previous that we have seen previously was a bunch one, so we are still pretty much at an equal point. Only 100k score difference going towards Australia, mostly because of those misses, I would say, but it is something that can be just reversed in a matter of seconds, especially as Nemkyu will be able to pick up quite a lot of accuracy on his way, but Savilju is just not able to keep up with the first hidden question on the slower part, on the build-up, right, before the second KI, before the last KI of this map, and that will be given a big advantage towards the Team Australia, bit by bit, just increasing that score that Poyuto is producing on the hidden side from his country pretty much, right? And with some recovery combos coming in, they are only going to be increasing that lead further and further as Finland is trying their best to keep up, but that is not enough. Double miss from one person and Miji, but that is not really the trade that you want to see. You need some more miss coming in from Australia, even if you want a glimmer of chance to get a comeback going, but it seems like that is not going to be an easy thing to see, as the score lead is just exploding towards the Australia side. Poyuto is the one and only that just unchangeable players that is producing, that is making the difference in this matchup. Of course, the 600-700 almost K score difference is not produced only by him, but he is still the main character in the story, in this map, as he is just closing down the map in the incredible fashion and getting an FC, I believe, 98.6%. Again, incredible stuff. Just look at the bar, at the difference. It is just something incredible. Wow, that is 3 S ranks from Australia. That is something that I did not expect to see, but it's just going to be speaking loudly on their ability in the future against their opponents on the tech skill set. But yeah, still a great just follow up after the previous breakpoint 3-0 lead against Finland. They need to find some more maps to actually get the momentum turned around if they want to keep up, if Finland wants to keep going into this tournament, as we are going to be seeing another map, another a bit more of a gimmicky style Nomad 5 is on the table, and that is, wow, okay, sure, that's a bit interesting, right? I'm quite interested to see what we're going to be seeing here, because again, this map is a bit more focused on the actual region, right? There's a lot of overlaps with the AR edit dropping down AR to the value of 6. It is going to be crazy, right? One way or it is crazy to watch, especially as we have seen, maybe you have seen previously that they were incredible on some stuff like there was some plays like from Etantrix, for example, right, from Eden, that were just showcasing the map quite nicely, and with AR6 it is only going to be a harder map to get through. Honestly, I did not even see the map like in the actual edit, right, with the actual AR6, so I'm going to be quite excited to see how it looks from the point of viewer, right, of the spectator of this match. So definitely, I am going to be quite surprised if we are going to be seeing an actual near FC or FC coming in from any of the sides here, but everything can happen. There is a possibility, there is a world when we might see something like that happening, and I feel like the biggest contender to get the world point is Poyuto from the team Australia, so they have to, at least in my opinion, in my books, to have just a tiny bit of an advantage on this type of reading skill set, on this type of Nomad 5, but maybe it is not going to be the case, who knows, as we are going to be heading into, again, a big, from Finland, a 4th map on the board in this quarterfinals bout, and hopefully a first point at board for them, right? But at the very least for now, the problem is that we are going to be seeing again rosters from both the sides already in the lobby. I'm pretty sure we are loading just in a few seconds. Poyuta, JK, LF, Super9 and Olash facing off against Savilji, Jujib, Nemkyu and Ivert from the side of Finland, and honestly, it seems like both of the rosters again pretty stacked, able to get through some of the maps, right? Able to meet the requirements when it is needed, that the map is just facing you off this, but for now it is still going to be a fight till the death, as Poyuta is going to be the first one to pick up a combo break, focused behind by 2 players from Finland, Jujib and Nemkyu, but the combo at the start is not going to be what is mattering that much, but this chain misses and accuracy drops coming in from Nemkyu will be actually mattering quite a lot, already dropping to 90% accuracy, but it is going to be still matched quite nicely by the team of Australia. Super9 is already at 93, and with combo drops as well to follow with that, together is actually GTLF, which is something that I did not expect, honestly, but it is how it is. It is still going to be a combo advantage going towards the team of Finland, increasing the score lead little by little, and pretty much just answering the question why they picked this map for them. It will be traded off by Nemkyu, so the combo lead will be going a little bit closer, a little bit easier, going towards the point where it will be a bit easier for Australia to overthrow, but it is still going to be a bit of a trouble as we are getting little by little towards the second half of this map. The partners are not going to be calming down at all. The reading requirement will be only increasing bit by bit as we are getting towards the last KI section, the last quarter of this map, and we are already facing off with 4 breaks coming in, 3 of them from Finland, Savilji, Jujib, Ivert only being traded by Oslash, and that is not a great trade for them. Poyuta finally going down together with them, but the score advantage is already blown up enough for Team Australia to get an upper hand. Now they just need to find some more misses coming in from them, especially Super Nice still an incredible recovery combo, getting towards the 600 combo point with some incredible support from JKLF, but he is going down, and now it is pretty much just a show from Namco and Savilji. It is not going to be enough, so it seems like, as the score, as the spinner, is not enough to pick up enough points against Australia, and 67,000 points will be enough to get Australia a definitive, incredible second breakpoint and a 4-0 lead against Finland in this quarterfinal stage. It is, again, it is much better situation for Australia to be in, right? 4-0 lead. They have pretty much ideas, they have maps to go for, especially after this Nomad 5. But it's still not the end of the world, right? Australia still needs to pick up 2 more maps, 2 more points to get to advance towards the next matchup in the quarterfinals. So Finland still has some ground to possibly keep up on, but the Freeman 2 Loving use the second custom of this tournament is not going to be something that they are going to be letting out down from, but still quite a nice custom actually, right? Map by Nick Loving. You personally, I just love this song. I still remember playing it in the Hard Rock somewhere in some kind of a tournament as Hard Rock 2, but well, it is still just fun to see some of those older songs still showing up in the modern tournaments. So definitely a sight to watch, and honestly, considering the style of maps that it has been made on, I'm quite interested to see if that is really the prime map to go for the Team Australia. I mean, so far they did show that their picks are just definitely good enough, right? For them, they were able to perform on them, they were able to pick up the points that they needed. But this one, oh wow, that is... First of all, it is an anti-mode, right? You can already kind of expect what some kind of buffoonery when you hear the word anti-mode referring to the Freeman 2, but well, this one actually is a bit more, at least on the paper, favored towards HD for once, right? Mostly because it has a lot of mixes of skill sets, but they are still kind of falling closely behind into the kind of aim requirement, right? There is a lot of awkward aim, a bit of control, right? Aim control is a general one. There is some spacing that you have to get through, right? Especially when there is like almost a 4-point single node half circle that you have to get through once in a while in this map. But even more so, you are going to be facing off against some of these rhythm elements, right? A bit relatively easy, right? Towards relatively to what those players are capable of, right? What they maybe played before in this game, but it's still something to get through, right? It's still an aspect that will be tripping you up a little bit if you are way too focused on those aim or other requirements that the map is asking you to focus on. So yeah, definitely a bit more of a trouble, right, one way or another, but it's still possible to get through, right? It's still something that is interesting to watch, and those rosters that we have seen on the screen, it is still quite, at least on the paper, comebackable for the team of Finland. They should be able to at least have an opportunity to show off, and what are we seeing? It's a 3 easies coming in from Australia, Payuta, JKLF and Super Nye just kind of going on a rampage together with Tom Andy, who is going against the wave and going for the Hard Rock as the 4th player for them, while Finland is just kind of trying to survive on what they have. 1 easy from Jujip and 2 hard rocks from Nemkyu and Yumi, while Evert is sitting on the no mod here. And it seems like, at least for now, even with the combo finally going down with one of the ease, and now with the hard rock from Australia, it's still going to be given a combo advantage towards the team of them, right? Towards the team on the left, especially as even more Mr. coming in from Yumi and Jujip. And well, it seems like it is just not enough. Evert is actually going down on the no mod, and that is just big trouble actually for Finland, right? Because even with Payuta trading it down, it is not enough, because we are still seeing 1FC on the easy coming through, as the JKLF is just kind of flexing on all of us, finally going down, getting that combo break much needed for the team of Finland, but the damage has been done, 150k score advantage has been built, and Finland will have to work quite a lot to make it matter for them, as we are still seeing that, well, there is some combos on board, they just need to see some more breaks coming in from the team on the left, but it is not really happening. No mind that too, finally getting through them. Andy, Super 9 and JKLF finding misses back to back, only being trailed by Ewart. Now Yumi falling closely behind, but Nemq's FC from him, or near FC rather, is still good enough to make at least some kind of a difference. Poyuto going down on his combo, but Nemq is not able to hold gas pedal for long enough, finally going down. The only combos right now are pretty much from Dam and Super 9, and it will be increasing the combo, the score advantage towards the team of Australia, and giving them the the 5th point on board, and a match point against Finland. Great stuff. Incredible again, just scores from Australia, and very fun decision to go into 3 easies from the side on the left, right? But again, Finland they have some incredible scores of their own, right? They have, at the very least, a very decent stuff, right, from them. The scores are competitive in this tournament, but unfortunately Australia is just a little bit better today, a little bit better on the stream too, as we are going to be heading towards potentially a last pick coming in from Finland, and we are heading into, I believe, one of the, not the custom, but an AR edit. No, it's not even AR, it's just another upset of the song that has been used previously. Lightning Strike, another upset that I mentioned, right, has been used somehow, funnily enough, in the 4WC as a custom for the grand finals, but of course at 2024 iteration. At the same year it has been used also as a number 1 for COE 2024, but well, it is how it is, you know. So still something fun to remember, especially if you were watching some of those tournaments back in the day, and this time it will be appearing in the quarter-final stage, still hopefully getting some action, right? Because I'm quite excited to see what we are going to be seeing, right, in this one, especially after some of those more aiming things that we have seen, right? For example, Hardrock 1, where by the end of the teeth, Australia was able to pick up the first point of this match here, and if Finland will be able to turn it around, get finally the first point, the first pick from them towards the side, it will be pretty much opening the match again, right? Just getting all into the symbolism of this match and trying to show how it is done, but still going to be a bit of a trouble one way or another. Let's see how we are going to be seeing, right? The teams are pretty much almost decided, right? Yeah, Australia is just pretty quick on the trigger, pretty quick to switch the players out, Payuta Super 9 and Oswatch together with them, and they will be playing for them, facing off against NMQ House. Actually, I believe the first time we are seeing them on this match, on this stream, right? So say hello to him, right? Hopefully we are going to be seeing some incredible scores from them as well, together with Ewart and Savilju. Honestly quite excited to see what is going to be happening, especially because again it is not one, right? It is something that is aim heavy, something that is going to be quite exciting to see, a bit more not as normal type of aim as that we had seen, for example, in the Hardrock one, but still something that is quite enjoyable and kind of geometric, I would even say, because there is a lot of triangle type of stuff, right, that they're going to be seeing here, and Allslash is not looking to start off on a great foot today. forward course behind, but for Utah it seems like the North might be getting a little bit towards them, as it is pretty much only one map left for them to just advance to the second match in the quarterfinals of the losers bracket for them, but they have to work hard to perform to get towards that point, as it is still only a start and Finland has the combo advantage. Even with the miss coming in from house, I believe it's not going to be mattering that much, but NemQ will be doing the guts work, as Australia will be finally getting an advantage little by little and well, looking to secure that last point for them. And it's going to be a bit of it's going to be crushed from them, getting the combo again at the stale point, but it is not enough, as the map is relentless, the jumps are just coming through back and forth all the time. You just don't have any points to actually catch your breath and feel like you are already at least halfway through it, but you are in fact halfway through. There is only so much FCs coming, only so much FCs still remaining on the board. Actually, I believe there was some incredible recoveries from Super 9 for Utah, right? While Olash is someone, yeah, I messed it up a little bit. Olash was the one that is on the recovery. Super 9 is still one of the FCs on the board, facing off against Evert, I believe, together with Savilju from the side of Finland, so they have the general FC advantage that will be mattering quite a lot as we are getting towards the last quarter bit by bit, but the overall combo is just not on their side. They need some more misses coming in from some of the supporting, at the very least, combos from the side of Australia, but they need it quite pretty much right now, because the 130k, 140k score advantage is going to be only increasing bit by bit, as Olash is finally going to be finding the break, but a triple, a quadruple, just an explosion happened in the land of Finland, as they are going to be just completely destroyed. The combo is not something they are going to be seeing into the last quarter of this map, and even with some traders coming in from Super 9, Damendi, also, and finally for Utah, it was still more than enough to bring that score advantage even further towards the Team Australia and get finally the last point, it seems like, for them that they needed to advance towards the next stage of the quarter-final stage of this 4WC. And with that, we can only say congratulations, as Australia will be finishing this finishes this match with 6-0 score against Finland and going, I am not sure against who, honestly. I'm pretty sure the opponent for them is still undecided, but it was between Russian Federation and I don't remember who, unfortunately. It was not Thailand, that's for sure. But yeah, still, I have to say for sure that it was quite an incredible performance, even from Finland. The maps, the difference on them was not a big one, right? Everywhere from 15k to 500 to 200k was pretty much the average here, and they can be for sure proud with the performance that they were putting off this time around. But unfortunately for them, Australia was just the better team today, and with that, they will be eliminated from the 4WC 2026, while Australia is still remaining pure and looking to advance further. But still, thank you very much for watching this stream one way or another. We are still going to be live in just a few moments, as I believe on the second channel we are going to be seeing the Spain versus Singapore, or maybe actually on the main channel, I'm not sure, Spain versus Singapore match just in a few moments. It seems like less than 10 minutes actually, but yeah, still a fun match to watch. Make sure to spectate how it is going to be happening, but as for now, we can only say again thank you for watching, and thank you to players for playing, and big thank you to our sponsors actually, Yobimo, Cyberpulse and Agami Studios. Just incredible stuff, helping out with the also tournaments, getting some of that much needed support, help, and hopefully you are going to be enjoying their products as well, especially as we are going to still holding that giveaway, I believe, on the Twitter of Project Hexagon, so make sure to try it out, especially if you're interested in the slider pulse or some of those keypads. But yeah, again, thank you very much for watching. It has been me, ATM1, together with MCO, streaming this for you, and Viri as a referee, so it is time for us to head out. Thank you and goodbye.